Hey there, welcome to Honest Trailer Commentaries, a show where we watch the honest trailer and commentate about it.
Yes, very simple.
Very simple show, you know what you're in for. If you stick around to the end, you will see cut jokes and things that didn't make it into the final version.
Yeah.
That's Dan Murrell.
Yeah, it's like tuning into your favorite sitcom and then seeing the things that weren't good enough to make it on the air.
Only the best for
Only
you,
the best.
for the fans. Today we're talking about the film Get Out.
Yeah.
Which, what's left for there to say about Get Out that we could add to the discussion?
We didn't do it because we thought it would be too hard.
Yes.
And we didn't know what we would say about it.
But you voted.
But you voted.
And we listened.
Yeah, so we did our best.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, you get three. Joe's not here today, but three straight white guys take on Get Out.
The ideal group to give the final word.
Who should be picking apart this one? Exactly. But I can say that I don't want to say I was lukewarm on the movie the first time I saw it, but I was like, it had been built up so much. The expectations were so high going in that when I walked out, it's like, yeah, it's a good horror movie.
Yeah.
Second and third time, you get a lot more out of it. I think this was one that got better on the rewatch.
I was much the same way. I liked the movie a lot on the first watch, but everyone else was like so up here, and I was like, "Is there something wrong with me?" Because I merely liked it. But the second time, I'm like, "Oh wow, this is really well put together in such an intricate, subtle way." That it kind of goes beyond the broader themes that hit you the first time you see it, and I was able to appreciate it much more cinematically.
Yes, so many good details.
Yeah,
Kubrickian is a word that doesn't get used lightly, but I think is deserved here.
Yeah,
because everything seemed really, really well thought out and very deliberate. Yeah, and so we did it. We made it the most profitable film of the year. We solved racism. We made Get Out, and now it's over. We can all pat ourselves on the back for that.
We as a society, not Spencer and I specifically.
Yeah, exactly.
Problem solved. This is all we needed. Problem solved.
I raised my T to you. It was actually a really smart way to handle the topic of like this allegorical horror of not being in control of your own body, and I can't wait to see what Jordan Peele does next, because apparently these are the types of movies he wants to make.
Good.
Yeah.
I would love for him to make 10 more of these kinds of movies.
Yeah. Not 10 Get Outs.
No, but like 10 more of these kind of like genre-esque, deeper. It's kind of what they were doing with comedy in Key and Peele, which is like Key and Peele was such a kind of broadly a sketch show. It's like, oh, it's a sketch show, but then like inside so many of the sketches were these kind of like smaller statements about things. And I like that he kind of took that mentality of like, I'm going to take a genre, and then inside of that, I'm going to put in these things that are deeper than the outside, may betray.
It was exactly, and I hope that he is successful moving forward in whatever he does, so that we don't Get Out 2.
Yeah, I don't think we need Get Out again.
I don't think we need Get Back Out.
Get back out.
Get in?
Get in? Yeah, would it be Get in? Tell us in the comments below. Would the sequel to Get Out be Get In or Get
Two Out?
Get Out Again.
Get Out Again.
Get Out Again. I don't know. Whatever.
Clearly we don't have that much to say about this, so let's just watch the honest trailer. We'll comment on it.
My headphones. Hopefully the lights don't go out while we're watching the trailer.
The lights fall on us.
Yeah.
The following trailer is rated S for spoilers.
Make great views, though, if we died during
We asked you to vote for the 2017 movies you wanted us to make an honest trailer for. Here's your number 2 choice.
Give us 2 hard ones right in a row. Get Out.
Forget serial killers, demons, and evil clowns, because a more terrifying, inescapable, unstoppable force is coming to get you. Rich white people. Get Out.
I mean, someone run the numbers.
Yeah.
I'm statistically more likely to die at the hands or indirectly from a rich white person than I am from a serial killer.
I think that's got to be
or a
true,
demon.
Statistically. Definitely a demon. I don't know how many direct demon-related deaths are on the books.
I don't know about clowns, because I think that you have to murder somebody to earn your face paint as a clown. When you graduate from clown school, you have to. It's like getting your 007. You have to kill somebody, and then you're awarded the red nose.
Yeah, it's the nose ceremony, the ritual of the nose. I think statistically it is probably more likely that I'm going to get hit by a Mercedes than a demon
the
is going to get me.
BTK killer. Or yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best horror is it makes you look at something that seems so common in a new way and seem like it's more threatening than you realized. Except if you're making The Happening, because then it just makes trees hilarious.
Hilarious. I didn't know you could make botany funny, but damn it if M. Night Shyamalan didn't find a way. Anyway.
You like hot dogs? Yeah, let's keep going.
I like hot dogs.
Catch the film that proved once again that diversity, quality, and making buttloads of money aren't mutually exclusive. That was the most profitable film
we've
of the
learned that this year.
Not only because everyone bought a ticket, but because it was so low budget, they had to plug the Windows Phone. Wait, they make Windows phones? And it's gone. Meet Chris.
So we don't have much to say about the movie.
Yeah.
Make fun of the phone.
Literally looking at the background for details to make fun of.
Beast. Cool. Black.
I didn't notice this. He's very good at kind of like the deflection of like, I'm just gonna.
He's never treated any of
Let
my
that
boyfriends
slide.
that way. And then my dad
He knew what he was walking into.
My man,
Well,
my
almost.
man.
Yep.
Who's so polite, he'll stick around his girlfriend's creepy murder house, even when people are literally screaming, "Get out!" in his face.
Get out! Get out of here! It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Forget about it.
Luckily,
Pause.
there's Rob.
Pause.
It is a big deal. If
Yeah.
I just spent the weekend, for example, at my girlfriend's family's house. And if I were outside in the yard and someone whom I did not really know came up to me and yelled,
After you took a photo of them.
after I took a photo of them, yelled, "Get out!" in my face.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly. I might say, let's
You know what?
stay
I think
at
I
the,
should leave.
let's
I
stay
should
at the Hyatt.
see if there's an Airbnb nearby.
Yeah, is there some? Yeah.
I mean, that's true of most
That's the horror movie
movies. Like
cliche.
once one person's dead, like or disappearing, or something really weird happens, like a normal human would move or leave.
Leave the camp.
Leave the camp.
Leave the camp. Move away from. Well, I guess you can't really move away from Freddy Krueger, but
Yeah.
they've tried.
But yeah, we're in a horror movie, so people just shrug that kind of thing off.
But it's that convention again of just like this movie worked because he was able to use that horror convention of like something's wrong, but I'm going to stay inside of this bigger story, which is kind of what made the movie work.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Forget about it.
Luckily, there's Rod, one of the best movie friends of all time. Watch is the kind of guy who yells at the screen during a horror movie.
She is lying like a mother.
Gets a chance to shine
Pause for a
by
second.
actually being in.
What's the favorite thing you've ever heard yelled at a screen during a movie?
Oh wow, that's not yelled at the screen. There was an old couple behind me. Have you seen that movie Open Water?
Open Water.
It's the divers that get like stranded.
Yes,
they get
yeah,
left
yeah.
in the surface and they're in the middle of the ocean and the sharks surrounding them. I remember seeing that one in the theater and there was an old couple behind me and it's like a very quiet, very tense part of the movie. And I heard it was old people whispering, which is essentially speaking voice. I heard. I think Jaws is better. Like in the middle of the movie, like. Well,
right.
yeah, if that's the standard, yeah. I'm trying to think if
Mine was also during a water-based horror movie, Lake Placid.
Oh yes.
Where Oliver Platt is in the titular lake, and he is he's looking left and right for the monster, and it rises up behind him. And one gentleman behind me said, "Hey, that thing looks like it's gonna eat Oliver Platt." And then the guy who was there with him goes at the top of his lungs to the whole screen, "Eat Oliver Platt!"
Wow.
And it really lightened the mood during that
Yeah.
otherwise tense moment of Lake Placid.
Yeah, I'm generally not amused. It
Generally
depends on
not.
it depends on the movie.
I think horror and comedy,
Horror
sometimes.
movies I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Horror movies is fine because that's part of it's a communal experience.
Yes.
Especially if it's a great horror movie, people generally don't do that. But if it's terrible and like The Bye Bye Man, like I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but I would argue even good horror movies get you, if not to actually yell, to feel like, don't go in there, don't do it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, I love Rod. Let's
Yes.
keep going.
She is lying like a mother.
Gets a chance to shine by actually being inside the horror movie.
I mean, I told you not to go in that house.
Thank God for Rod, because the alternate ending is super realistic.
Oh, man, that's
I
tough.
mean, super depressing. Same difference. Enjoy
Yeah, did you see, if
deliciously
you pause,
cool
if you don't know,
casting.
the alternate ending is at the end. Rod it is not Rod; it is the police, and he essentially is. They win because they frame him for their murders,
Yeah.
basically, and he's in jail.
which seemed like where I thought it was going, which
Yeah.
made it like such a victorious moment, because you thought this was a movie that was like, it had something to say, so of course it would blame him for everything that happened, and he would go into the prison system. And I think I remember reading Jordan Peele was like, times are depressing enough right now that I wanted to not pile on and like give people a lift at the end of this movie.
Well, I think that's again, that's one of the reasons this movie works so well is he knew when to kind of step on the gas and when to pump the brakes, and it worked for me as a viewer. Like I was expecting the same thing. I was kind of bracing for it. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna suck. he's gonna go down for this. Like and then it was right. I was like, yes. Hell yes. So I was It was good. Jordan Peele smartly knew.
He knew what we would be thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he gave us he let us off the hook, which was nice of him. Thank you, Jordan Peele, for letting us off the hook.
Let's keep going.
Same difference. Enjoy deliciously cruel casting that makes villains out of white people's favorite white people, turning
Stephen
indie
Root, particular, is a
darlings,
favorite
West
of
Wing
mine.
alums, and girls into broad caricatures of society's worst impressions of them. And if that makes you upset, now you have some inkling of how black people feel when they watch almost every other horror movie.
Brothers don't last long in situations like this.
Seriously, black people's main roles in horror is to either die first or comment on how often they die first.
The black guy always dies first.
Pause. There's actually doing some research for this. That is a pop culture misconception.
Is it?
Yeah. For some reason, that narrative is popularized in movies, but it's statistically not necessarily the case.
Okay.
It's weird. I don't know why. It's one of those weird things that
But it's such a meme of like the black guy dies first.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Then
very
where'd it come
weird.
from?
I don't know. No one knows.
No one knows.
Scream 2 I remember Scream 2 was the first one. Was the cameraman was like, I'm getting out of here. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, Scream 2 knows about horror movies, so I took Scream 2's word for it. But Scream 2 lied to me.
Damn it.
As it lied to everyone,
all of us,
going into the movie who thought it would be
anywhere
near as good as the first one.
Okay. Well, yeah, maybe we need to modify that that conception and just be like, the black guy probably won't live through the horror movie.
That is often true.
Yeah.
That is often true.
The final girl is not usually a black guy.
That is true.
Unless it's that zombie movie, Night of the Living...
Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah. Or is it Dawn of the Dead?
No, Night of the Living Dead.
Okay. Anyways, clearly I'm a horror expert.
He was the final girl in that movie, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Huh. Never thought of that.
You know.
However, they did that. Jordan Peele... go back to Night of the Living Dead, and that was a downer.
Oh yeah,
Night of the Living Dead. That was not a Jordan Peele ending. That was a
George
Romero ending.
Well, again, someone's gonna be like, aha! But I don't think there's any zombie movies with happy endings.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Earth dies in all of them,
Yeah.
so there's really no any kind of happy ending is really a real micro view of a macro problem in a zombie movie.
Yeah, someone make that one.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Revisit
Shaun
all
of
the
the Dead.
little details you didn't see the first time, like Rose stands up to the cops just so they don't leave a paper trail.
You don't have to give him your ID because you haven't done anything wrong.
The old people drive black cars to symbolize how they're also driving black bodies.
And he's
their
running
victims
'cause
are
of
always
Jesse
wearing
Owens?
hats
Yep.
and wigs to cover up the scars from their surgery, but then try to ignore little details that don't add up, like brains age as fast as bodies, so a transplant wouldn't add that many years. No one ever notices all these guys went missing after dating the same girl. And why does she eat Fruit Loops separate from the milk? That's not a thing white people do, is it? Is it?
Pause.
So gather round.
Is it?
No,
I've never done that.
never,
No?
never. Well, okay.
Is that the black
I've
people
had
die first of
I've
white
had
people?
Dry cereal. I've had dry cereal.
Yeah.
I've had a glass of milk in my life.
Yeah.
But I've never had cereal and milk next to each other and not mix the two.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I've never had milk in the proximity of cereal and not mix them together.
In a weird way, though, it like seems like a fake thing white people would do. Like, you're
It
so
does-
white, you eat your Fruit Loops next to your milk. Like a Def Jam comic would definitely make fun of a white person for that.
It does seem like it's a very white person thing to do.
Yeah.
Maybe I should start doing it. I don't know.
It creeped me out. It was very effective.
Well, yeah, it's so off kilter. It puts me off her immediately. It's like, what do you stop that? Stop to put the milk in the yes, it's very effective because I wanted to get out of that house.
Yeah. She was, I think, my favorite performance in that movie.
Allison Williams?
Yeah,
She was great.
Looking back over it, when you see everything she does has like a second meaning now that you know who she is and where she's
Or
coming
just
from.
even the part with the purse, you know, she's just
Yeah.
like, I can't find the keys. She's like,
Oh, they're there.
It's like, oh, you. Oh.
Anyways,
That was, I hate her. Oh.
she's still alive for Get In.
Is she? I think she's
So
not.
they leave it kind of open-ended.
I think she bit the dust.
Well, depends on the sequel. Let's keep going.
Get out again.
Why does she
Or
eat
get
Fruit
in.
Loops separate from the milk? That's not a thing white people do, is it? Is it? So gather round for a film that flips your preconceived notions on its head, that progressives can be racist too, that TSA can be useful once in a while,
I'm T.S. A.
and getting into an interracial relationship is a huge mistake because you can't trust these white girls. Sorry, been listening to a lot of Lemonade? Damn Becky's are everywhere.
Had to explain that one to Dan.
Pause.
right,
I
Dan,
am the
so-
old man on the staff, and I had to trust Joe and Spencer on that one because I
Beyonce
didn't get it. I
made
know
a visual album known as Lemonade.
that I know.
There
Yes.
was reference to a certain Becky with the good hair. Becky is a
Becky
term
with the good hair, yes.
used to describe white women.
That's what I didn't know.
Also oral sex, but that's a whole different story.
Oh.
The Becky with the good hair is whoever Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce.
See,
with.
that I knew. I did not know. I did not know that my cultural awareness stopped at that point, and I did not realize that Becky had gone on to refer to a trifling white lady. As
white ladies are trifling, Dan.
as I later found out. So that shows you how plugged in to pop culture generally, other than movies, I am overall.
love it.
Because I lost track of what
pure.
Becky meant.
There's no need to learn anything other than movies. So
Yeah.
I envy you.
I'm very plugged in. You know, it's I can tell you,
You
all
don't know
James
what a
Bond
vape
movies
is.
in
You don't know
order.
what a hoverboard is. You don't fidget spin.
I don't know what to dabbing.
You've never dabbed?
I've never dabbed.
Either kind of dab.
I didn't. I wish I still didn't know who Logan Paul was, but society took care of that one for me.
There you go.
So yeah, I'm horribly out of step. with certain
Keep
parts
Dan
of
pure,
pop
America.
culture.
Let's keep him in amber. Let's keep going.
So Spencer and
A lot
Joe.
of Lemonade? Damn Becky's are everywhere. Starring Everybody Hates Chris. Always bring black up. The Lost Kardashian. Ben Carson.
I got that one.
Keener, stir some tea. Sometimes your words just hypnotize me.
Thanks, Joe.
The
That's an
White
all-timer.
Wing, Mumford Son, and an evocative symbol of the marginalization of black people in America. I mean, black hole, son? The Stepford
Sometimes we get too
Wives.
serious.
I knew the '70s movie.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I'm just glad this movie did well, so I finally know who's Key and who's Peele. I swear, it's not a race thing. The show is just Key and Peele. They never said which one was which. Seriously, I'm not a racist. In fact, I would have voted for Obama a third time if
I would have voted for Obama for a third term if I could.
Oh no.
This is great. Didn't John find out he was a furry during Zootopia?
Yeah, not the actual John, the character of John Bailey,
Epic voice guy.
epic voice
found
guy.
out he was a furry in Zootopia.
He's
Now
found out he was
he's
a
racist.
furry. He's found out that he's racist.
He's like got a dull marriage in 50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey. Yeah, we put the epic voice guy through his paces. This has been a journey of self-discovery. His child tutored him on the meanings of Superman.
Oh yeah,
The Superman mythos.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone should probably try to
See
go
if he's
back
okay.
and like track the character of epic voice guy because he's lonely. Remember,
Yeah.
he's very sad and lonely
Yeah.
from X-Men, and we
He's still attached to a lot of childhood things from
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles.
yeah, he's kind of taken on his own character that is not the actual
John Bailey.
John Bailey.
No.
Epic voice guy is a character.
No, it's more a reflection of us, sadly. 'cause
Yeah, that's
putting
yeah,
the words in his
it's us. Yeah, it's us. If anything. Yeah.
let's watch some deleted scenes.
Sure, get in with those deleted scenes.
Feast your eyes on an all-you-can-eat buffet of racism in all its insidious forms, from the overt
Not bad.
to the subtle
So how long has this been going on? This thing.
to the kinda well-meaning
Black is in fashion.
to the systemic
You know, I could give a shit what color you are. I want your eye, man.
to the kind where you feel guilty for always confusing which guy was Key and which guy was Peele.
We just like that part of the
So
joke.
yeah, that
We
was
didn't need that big of a run-up.
Starring Swipe left, thirst trap, serial killer. Banana's Republican. That's the one that got her butt licked on girls, right? Hypnotic.
Yeah.
Joe just said that out loud, and we thought it was so funny that it had to be in there somewhere.
Yes.
She is in a famous Girls episode about the tossing of the salad.
Yes.
Anyways, continue.
And also Banana's Republican. I think one of the reasons it was the joke is about her clothes, not her
she's
political
wearing
ideology.
Banana Republic like a white button down and big khakis. It's like a very Banana Republic outfit.
Banana Republic, but
she
then
probably would not be a Republican.
she would be a Democrat.
Yeah.
But we were afraid if we put that in, that people would think that we were calling all of the racists in the movies Republicans, which we're not, because they were in fact, at least
Dan,
by
we're gonna
their
get
own-
yelled at about this one no matter what.
Well, I know, but I just want to make sure that people. That's why this is what the show's about. It's like we wanted to make sure that people. It was a clothing joke, not a political
yes,
ideology.
now you know
joke.
the joke behind the joke that didn't even make it
Yes.
into the video.
And that's why you watch this show.
That's why you're here.
All right, continue.
Quality time.
Yay.
Keep going.
Licked on girls, right? Hypnotic. Tea Party. But that's all of my business.
Kermit meme?
Brainiac. It's not brain surgery. Macaulay Cokehead. Conor McGregor. Now you're in Wisconsin. And the only time anyone has ever been happy to see airport security. Okay, you might be mad at this movie for one reason or another, but you'll never be as mad as Sam Jackson that they didn't cast him.
Yeah, Sam Jackson was very upset that they more that they cast a British person.
Yes.
He felt it was an American story.
But I think reading the subtext of that is they're very upset that they didn't cast Sam Jackson.
You think he wanted to be like the lead role?
I think he was really upset. Like, this would be a movie that he would really want to be in, and he'd be...
He's too old. He couldn't play Chris.
I guess he couldn't have played the groundskeepers either.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Well, you're off the hook this time,
Sam Jackson.
Sam Jackson. He'll do anything for $1 million. Like I wouldn't.
Yeah.
He'll do ads for $1 million.
Yeah.
What a sellout.
I so
Please
would have
give me a tenth of that. Say anything.
Say whatever you want. I would have not done Deep Blue Sea for $4 million.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's called integrity.
Give me a break. I would have done Deep Blue Sea for $400.
Yeah.
You could take half of that.
I would have paid $400 for a Deep Blue Sea set visit.
Yeah. I would have paid to be in that movie. I think that's what people forget about actors is generally they're professionals like everyone else.
Yeah.
And, you know.
They have
Sometimes
children. They
you-
can't all be
you have
Daniel
to-
Day-Lewis just cobbling away. Not everyone wants to cobble between films. Anyways.
Unattached, picky Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
Is he married? I don't know.
Who knows?
Let's say he's not.
Is he even Daniel Day-Lewis, or has that been a role?
Yeah.
We don't have anything to say about Get Out.
We ran out of
haven't
things.
said
We never
all-
had anything to say about Get Out to begin with.
Yeah,
so-
this was a stretch, but I hope we entertained you in that video and in this very one.
Yeah.
And I hope you'll return next week, where we will be doing
one that we didn't want
something
to
that
do.
we should have done last time.
That's not a clue.
That's not a clue.
We again another one that we skipped, but not because we didn't have anything to
And
say.
we hope that it's the last time we ever have to do it.
I hope it is also the last time. We hope the last time was the last time.
Yeah.
But this is hopefully the last
Yeah.
time.
So night, night,
Night.
and goodbye. We'll see you next week.
Yep.